Okay, listen.
I'm listening.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why? What did you do?
So we recorded last week,
Uh-huh.
and then I got distracted with
Oh,
actual
oh,
work things.
oh. It's
And
okay, dude.
then
It's all
I
right.
got the notification that the podcast was published, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little peek behind the curtain for our listeners here. So here's the way this usually works.
Mm-hmm.
So the division of labor here is that Paul does all the hard stuff. And when I say the hard stuff, I mean he takes care of basically making it so you have a podcast to download. And I know that it is not a trivial amount of work. I think you'll say that it is because you have a workflow.
I have workflow. Yeah.
But it's work. You have to edit the podcast. You have to stitch our shit together. I'm assuming Libsyn makes this a little bit easier
It
now.
does, actually. It does. It does. Yeah.
And my monkey job is I'm supposed to schedule us and type up the show notes that I also send to you for you to then post as part of the podcast and also to our website.
Yes, that is
One
correct.
of those things didn't happen last week.
Yeah, and I honestly like it, and it's funny too because like I have such a routine that like I didn't realize I didn't have the show notes until Tuesday morning. Because like to me having the show notes, like it comes in and I star it and it's at the top of my Gmail, and when I check it Monday morning I see it like, oh, time to post the podcast. I see the show notes are there, and when they're not there my brain just goes, oh, nothing to do. Oh,
and bless you gave me until Tuesday. Like
that was not on purpose. That was me just going, oh, I don't have the show notes.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll do it real quick. And then I did.
I got lost in a work vortex. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses, but one of us built a private GitHub Enterprise server in his basement on Sunday last week. For reasons I don't want to get into right now.
Oh, I didn't realize that was even a thing you could do.
Yeah.
Okay.
People are afraid of the cloud, and people also want source control. So GitHub actually makes an enterprise server that you can buy.
Okay.
And you can run yourself. And the idea is that you can either just host it internally, basically air-gapped, and any user who's using source control or any, runner or agent or CI/CD deployment pipeline that needs to touch it has to be able to resolve it and talk to it. That's great for organizations that, like I said, are afraid of cloud, who also want to use cloud products and services, and you have to find a way to make all that work together.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, don't you work for a cloud?
I'm going to let you draw your own conclusions.
Okay.
But needless to say, I'm a solutions-oriented solutions architect, and I get shit done. Even if I have to show people how to do it, sometimes on my own fucking dime.
Okay.
To get it done.
Okay.
Because I've never let common sense get in the way of me delivering promises to people.
Okay. Huh.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's a thing that you can do. Okay.
It's a thing you can do. Yeah, no, it totally works. It's actually kind of slick. So whenever you sign up with them and you get past the salespeople and you're able to access your portal, you basically download an image that you can either deploy to VMware, you can deploy it to Hyper-V, you can deploy it to your hypervisor in the cloud. And it's basically like you spin up a VM with the required specifications, depending on the number of repos and users and other features that you're going to use on the platform. You attach disks to it to hold like the artifacts and everything. You flip a couple other feature flags on things you want or don't want. You turn it on, and then it boots, and you go to a website. You configure a TLS certificate and single sign-on, and you're done. Yeah, no, it's actually pretty slick. Like credit where credit's due. So it's like a whole package thing, and then you can customize it if you want. But it's like no, I don't see why you would. So anyway, all right, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. Believe it or not,
we do.
Before we do that, though, want a quick tip of the hat to show listener Andy Levy, who replied to me on Blue Sky, who said that, he has heard the faint beeping from his AirPod Pro case too. Okay. And the silver thing on the side of the AirPods Pro case, get this, it's for a lanyard.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. When you look at that thing and the light catches it looks like one side is concave and one is convex. It's just the way the light hits that, but it's actually a little pass-through for a lanyard. And I never realized that just because of the way like my MC Escher brain was looking at that silver little thing. It just looked like an impossible shape to me.
Does they include a lanyard in the box, or is
no?
Is that you have to go for an aftermarket lanyard?
Well, Paul, I'm glad you asked that question. So if I go to the AirPods Pro lanyard, it's made by third-party companies.
Okay.
I think InCase is the only one that ever made one, and I think it's discontinued.
Well, if you search on the Googles, apparently the capitalism has stepped up.
Okay. Yeah. There's other orgs that will make it.
Yes. In fact, you can actually buy the InCase lanyard for AirPods from InCase, just not from Apple.
Oh, not through Apple anymore. Okay. I looked around and I didn't see it for sale anywhere else.
But why would you?
That's kind of where. So once I got over the marvel of the fact that this was a lanyard attachment point, I was like, yeah, I'm never going to put a lanyard on this.
No, that's just going to collect pocket lint.
It's one more thing to get dirty. I mean, really.
Yes.
So,
that's what it is.
So again, thank you, dear listeners, for keeping us honest and telling us things that we don't know. So, all right, topics of the evening. So, Paul, I've got a big trip coming up.
Okay. Yeah. You're going across the pond. Across the pond,
as they say.
As they say.
And these next three topics are all related to that.
Okay.
So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm luggage shopping.
All right.
What do you look for in a suitcase, Paul?
I'm not allowed to buy luggage. That's my wife buys luggage because I would spend too much on luggage. So I don't have anything to add otherwise or outside of being shamed into like no, you're not allowed to buy luggage. So
let's start there because you're actually a more on the nose than you realize.
Hey.
So Paul, why would you do that? Like, why do you think you would spend too much money on luggage?
Because I like nice things and I want things to last, and I want wheels that roll well and handles that are sturdy and something that has lots of space and maybe a little bit of organization inside the luggage, because I do love that. Yeah. Oh, I like nice things. How about that?
I do too, Paul. I do too. Now, here's the thing, though. If you really think about it, what is a suitcase? It's really just a grocery bag that's putting on airs. If you really think about it, it's an airplane approved grocery bag for your stuff.
Yeah. It's just a box. It's a box.
It's a box with wheels and a handle.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess technically it doesn't need either of those things to be luggage. Probably a handle. You probably need a handle. Yeah.
Although I have seen plenty of people at the airport loading the airplanes where they literally are throwing what looks like sacks of rice on the conveyor belt to go into the airplane.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think I don't think a handle is a requirement.
Yeah. It's just
Okay, but you do bring up an interesting point because luggage, Paul, is costly.
Yes.
And it can be one, just like everything else on this fucking podcast, you can spend as much as you want to spend. Now, I could go to Target, I could go to Costco, I could go to these places, and I could spend $200 or $300 on a nice, serviceable suitcase.
Yeah.
However,
yeah,
I'm with you. I
yeah.
want nice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
If I said to you, Paul, pick me out a suitcase.
Oh,
Where are
fuck
you
me.
going?
I have no idea. There was that one. There was that one luggage brand that used to advertise on podcasts all the time. Oh, what was
Internet
that?
luggage. Hold on. That's
Yeah.
a whole different subgenre. If that's where you want to start, we can start with internet luggage.
I'm gonna type podcast luggage into the internet and see what I get. Oh, let's see. No. I'm actually getting okay. Unfortunately, I'm getting podcasts with the word luggage or travel podcast. That's not what I want. Away. That's it.
Away. I'm glad you started there because here's an interesting little plot twist for you.
Okay.
I own an away suitcase already.
Okay.
So when I had to go to Israel a few years ago, I looked at what I had in terms of suitcases. Now, we actually bought at what at the time was considered like the smart, quote unquote, smart buy of a suitcase for whenever we went to Grand Cayman. And I used that suitcase to go to the Caymans. I used that on my very first Europe trip years ago. The problem was it was a very large suitcase. It was made by a company called Delsey, and I invested in a polycarbonate suitcase. Now, it's important to realize that suitcases can be made of many things, but the most common materials used in suitcases are ballistic nylon, polycarbonate, or some sort of aluminum alloy. And the price ranges usually reflect that tiering of suitcases. Now, there are exceptions. Like there are certain brands who only make like ballistic nylon suitcases, but they make really, really fucking nice ballistic nylon suitcases that are more expensive than other companies' aluminum suitcases. So Away is a brand of suitcases that I own. So what I bought is I bought the hard side. If you're actually on the awaytravel.com website, I had bought the medium.
Okay.
So if you're on that page and you look for checked luggage.
Yep, the medium.
Yeah, how come I don't see it?
I
there
see
it is.
Yeah.
And here's the nice thing about Away. It's a perfectly fine suitcase. It's not outrageously expensive. It's $345. It has nice spinner wheels. It has a nice handle. It has a nice locking mechanism. It has really cool stuff inside for some organization, which you like. Now, in the screenshots, it's showing you some packing cubes, which are unfortunately sold separately. But it does have like that nice pocket and like a little built-in thing for like your dirty laundry. It's a good suitcase. It's a good suitcase. Now, having taken it on a few trips, because it's not as big as a full-size checked luggage suitcase, it really fits into a nice little it fits into a nice little niche for me. And it comes in many colors. You can get it personalized. It's perfectly fine. Now, this particular thing is made out of some sort of polycarbonate, so it's more rigid. So when it's empty, it just feels weird when it's empty because it's like this big hollow thing. It's like rigid. It's hard to explain. But it has shown a lot of scuffs on the outside. Okay. So the one I bought it in the Coast Blue color, which is very sharp. But the lighter colors definitely show a little more wear. Now, has it ripped? Has it torn? Has it been punctured? Is it broken? Is any of that stuff true? Absolutely not. It's perfectly fine. We plan on using it again for this trip, but we need another suitcase of this capacity or bigger for our trip. So let's start with Away for a minute. So I could conceivably just buy another one of these. I think it's fine. But I want something even nicer. So
something even nicer. Okay.
So Away also makes aluminum luggage.
I just saw that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And they make them in the same sizes, I think. Yeah, the medium aluminum edition. You will notice something right away.
It's more.
It's like twice as more. But it's pretty nice. And the benefit of this would be, and I think for all intent and purpose, it's kind of the same fucking suitcase, but it's metal instead of that
Yeah.
polycarbonate. So it's even more rigid. Because see, here's the thing. When the away suitcase is empty and like I'm carrying it up from the basement, it flexes because it's like a composite. It's like a plastic.
Yeah.
This isn't going to go anywhere because it's just metal. It's like a big metal case. And it's not necessarily heavier either. And the other thing that I'll note is that if you compare the sizes and what it can pack, it's a slightly less question mark, even though I think it's the same suitcase. It has better latches. It has a better handle, has multiple handles. It's just more rigid. And I've always wanted a metal suitcase.
I do like the ballsiness of them having a picture of their aluminum suitcase being dented to fuck.
Yeah. Well, okay. So now let's talk about internet luggage.
Okay.
So there are many brands of internet luggage, which, by the way, pet peeve, and I don't know if this is necessarily Google or if this is all search engines. All of these companies stomp on each other's SEO. So like if you go to Google and search for Away, it's not going to be the first result. It'll be like Monos or Bayes or something. And when you search for one of the other companies,
the rest of them are there though. Yeah.
So they all sort of stomp on each other's SEO, which is hilarious because they're all competing for like the same market segment.
Mm-hmm.
The big thing about buying internet luggage versus buying luggage in the store is things like warranty. So when you go to an actual luggage store, and I think one of the halo products is Tumi. Like Tumi makes really, really, really nice luggage. Now, to put this in perspective, if you go to the Tumi website and you go to luggage and you go to check luggage and you go to extended trip packing cases is what they list them under.
Okay.
And then you filter by material aluminum.
Okay.
They also have titanium. I don't click on that one.
Okay. Too late.
You will notice.
Yeah, they're even more.
They're even more. They're they're almost $1,500.
I do not like that.
The texture. Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. Bad to me. Bad.
Mm-hmm. But this is kind of what you're up against. And then the other one that really plays in this space is Briggs and Riley. So Briggs and Riley, again, I've had Briggs and Riley laptop bags. They're really good. They pride themselves on their lifetime warranty. So does Tumi. When you're buying one of these things, you want it to be indestructible. You want it to be the last bag you ever have to buy. So like, for example, like you go to Briggs and Riley and they do make some polycarbonate stuff. But if I was going to buy Briggs and Riley, I would probably just buy their nylon stuff because it's like, again, super great warranty, really, really nice. But again, look at the prices. It's substantially more than these internet luggage brands. And part of that is I think the perception is that internet luggage is like internet mattresses, where it's like there's a stigma, right or wrong. There's a stigma about like, hey, you bought an internet brand of a thing versus an actual like name recognized thing. At the end of the day, it's just a box to put your shit in.
Right.
And as long as it doesn't catch on fire or fall out of the airplane, it's going to work. Right.
True.
So I don't necessarily get too hung up on that. But part of the reason, and again, this is a story that is repeated on all these internet luggage websites, is Away, Monos, Bayes. They all go to great painstaking lengths to show you that, hey, our suitcases are good too. Yeah, it's like a psychotic level of attention to showing you that they are good, well-constructed things.
I do like the look of the Briggs and Riley spinners.
They are nice. Very good. Nice. They're very good, but they are, again, if you look at the medium expandable spinner, that's an $800 investment for a non-metal suitcase.
Yeah.
But they're good, and then you look at the inside and you look at how nice it is and all the compartments and it's expandable. And again, I've owned Briggs and Riley stuff. It's really good. It's really, really good stuff. And again, you can go to a luggage store and buy this. Like luggage stores carry this. It's a name recognized brand. It's a recognized brand. the reason you never see it in any of these like top luggage for 2025 is it's always the upscale pick because it's just really expensive.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So let's go back to internet luggage real quick though.
Okay.
Because there's a couple other brands I want to draw you to. The next one is Beis, Beis.
Okay.
And again, when I type that in, that's not the first search result I get.
You need a better web browser.
Yeah, so they also make kind of the same thing. Now, to my knowledge, they don't make any metal stuff.
Okay.
They just make a polycarbonate hard shell luggage.
Okay.
They have captured a lot of the influencer crowd. So when you go and you look at luggage reviews on like YouTube or TikTok, you'll see this brand a lot of places. They play in the same space as Away, relatively same cost, slightly different design, different features of the bag, but relatively the same thing.
Yeah, I don't mind these. These look nice.
Yeah, perfectly fine, right? And then the last one I want to show you is Monos. Monos.
Okay, Monos travel luggage and bags. Luggage. Check in.
Yep, check in.
These are nice too. Oh, they have an aluminum one there too.
They have an aluminum too, and their aluminum medium is again relatively the same price as the Away. And again, similar design, different latches, some interior organization. It looks really good, right?
Oh, I like that. I do like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. Now, here's a question for you, though, Paul. If you were going to get one of these, based on what you've seen so far, like, what do you think? Like, what are you thinking?
Man, I really like the look of those Monos aluminum ones. Ooh, I like that.
And they're well reviewed.
Daddy like,
huh?
Yeah.
What color would you get?
Black.
Really, you don't like the silver?
Black or silver? I think silver would. Maybe scuff, black. Right? Black with scuff. Yeah,
well, I don't know. Silver. What do you think would show more scuffs?
I think dents would be more visible in the silver, but I think the black could scratch, and then you'd have like silver bits underneath it because that's how they oxidize luggage.
Interesting.
Or like oxidize aluminum. What did you buy?
Well,
okay.
I got the Monos.
Okay, yeah, I like the Monos.
Yeah, nothing against Away, nothing against Briggs and Riley, or I'm not going to spend Toomey money because if we were traveling everywhere all the time, maybe I could get myself to spending $1,500 on a suitcase. I think Toomey stuff is like a halo product. Maybe I'll get maybe I'll get a check on Toomey aluminum, but I think that this Monos stuff, I'm gonna give Monos a shot. Now,
I like those latches; they look good.
The latches look good, right?
I bet you those are real clicky. They're a lot of good tactile feedback on those.
Yep,
on those latches. Yeah.
Now, this isn't cheap, but it's roughly half the cost of like a Toomey.
Yeah. So
we're gonna give this a shot. Now, let's talk about the warranty. Because again, all of these internet brands have really, really good, they go out of their way to have, lifetime warranties or anything like that. The one weird thing that Monos goes out of their way to say is we offer a 100-day trial on all our luggage.
Okay.
But you can't take it anywhere.
Okay, I was gonna say,
how do you try your luggage? You just load it up in the house and wheel it around a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
How do you know if you really like traveling with it if you lose that 100-day trial if you travel with it?
That's a marketing gimmick, Drew. That's what that is. Yeah.
And then they have a lifetime warranty which covers things like the wheels, the handles, locks and zippers, latches, things like that. It doesn't cover, damage or dents or anything like that. You can enroll in what they call their lifetime warranty plus, which it's kind of like buying like road hazard insurance for your tires, right? Like you just kind of buy it after.
Okay.
If you're that worried about it. Again, because I'm not spending Toomey money, we'll see how it holds up for this trip, but I think it'll probably be pretty fine. Now, like all good brands, though, Paul, go ahead and add that bad boy to your cart real quick.
Okay, gonna do it. You got the medium or the large?
We got the large, but
Okay,
it's
the large.
okay. I mean,
Okay, all right.
there's like a
Okay,
$30 difference.
okay, all right. So I'm gonna pick silver. Add to cart. Okay, here we go. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, what do you see on this next page?
Oh, they got some upsells. You got some upsells.
Well, you got some upsells, but you got something else here too.
Browse free gifts.
Free gifts, buddy.
Oh, oh, hello. Ooh, laptop sleeve or a water bottle?
I know.
Do you need a laptop sleeve?
Let's talk about it. So,
Okay.
which one do you think I went with? Go ahead and look at both of them.
Okay. All right. So you got a 14 or a 16 inch.
Comes in some good colors there.
Colors. Okay. Carbon black, ivory, saddle tan.
They're vegan leather, by the way.
Vegan leather. You got the mahogany, didn't you?
Well, look at the water bottle first.
Okay, all right. Looking at the water bottle. Okay. Ooh, I like the ooh. It looks kind of textured.
It looks a little textured, huh?
It looks a little textured. Ooh. I like that blue.
The blue is nice, right?
Blue hour. Let's zoom in on that. Yeah. How you doing?
Two grown men coming over luggage and water bottles. But the podcast, try not to come challenge. Like it's like.
Hey, do you want to come home with me? Come back to my place.
Oh. All right. Okay. We got to keep going. We're fucking 26 minutes deep in this. All right. So I got the water bottle.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I don't need a sleeve for my laptop right now.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, it is kind of cool. I don't think I would ever slide a laptop sleeve with my expensive laptop in it over the handles of my luggage.
Yeah.
So I don't know who that appeals to. So I went with the water bottle because I mean I'm always in the market for a good new water bottle. It's okay. So go back to your cart. Let's talk about the upsells.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to my cart. Okay.
And now I'm going to pitch something to you.
Okay.
Have you ever used packing cubes?
No, I have not.
Oh my God. Fucking game changer. So I did buy the set of packing cubes.
Okay.
And we have packing cubes. We need more packing cubes, quite frankly, because being able to take all of your t-shirts or your underwear or your socks or your toiletries or even your dirty laundry and throw them in a receptacle that helps you organize and, quite frankly, pack better and make more use of your space in your suitcase does make a big difference. Now, do you need $95 packing cubes? Probably not. You could probably get something much cheaper on Amazon. But if you're not in the packing cube game, you heard it here first. I was a skeptic. I barely fold my clothes when I travel. I just throw them in a suitcase today. But packing cubes for packing a lot, like packing for a 3 or 4 day stay, I will absolutely always go to a packing cube. So you will absolutely... You should invest in a pair of packing cubes if you don't have them.
Okay.
And then I also bought a luggage tag.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
a black luggage tag. I think that's the only thing that really works. I don't think the taupe definitely wouldn't work.
No.
So Jennifer buys all the luggage, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's luggage. It's you put clothes in it. There you go. Ta-da.
Yeah, I mean that's really it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay, so keeping the travel theme going then. The goal here is obviously we're going to have checked luggage. We're going to be traveling around Europe with bulky suitcases. So the goal here is to keep our carry-on or our bags that we'll be carrying on our persons light.
Right.
Now, I'm not taking my work laptop. I'm not even taking my work phone.
Smart. Yeah.
I'm obviously taking my phone. But now the question is, do I want to take my laptop, or is this a good excuse to buy an iPad for staying connected in hotels, sending emails, watching shows, whatever that's going to be. I'm having a hard time with it. And you know me, I would love to buy an iPad.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's like if you're primarily buying your iPad for the trip, I don't think it's worth it.
I don't think it is either.
I don't just take your laptop. Yeah,
Okay. I
like a
don't know if
personal
I
laptop.
want to.
Okay.
Because one thing I have drilled into my wife's head about this trip is, listen, throw whatever you want in your suitcase. It has wheels, we'll be able to wheel it around. But like if you're gonna have a bag, it should be minimal. So like for me, okay, so like I was thinking about this today because I'm starting to get into the frame of mind of packing for this trip. What do I need to bring? I need to bring my phone, a phone charger, a charger adapter to deal with the stupid plugs that are different than America.
Yep.
And my portable charger, my Anchor power brick. I'm also going to bring my what's that thing called that does the stabilization? The gimbal.
The gimbal. Okay.
I'm going to bring the gimbal to attach to my phone. So when we're walking around, I could get some good, non-Drew shaky hands video of stuff.
Yes. You're international flight, right? So you're going to have power.
I'm going to have power the whole flight.
Yeah. So maybe you just like,
and I'm good. And I'm not bringing any of my fancy watches. I'm going to bring my Apple Watch.
Okay. So maybe you just bring like a little collapsible stand for your phone, so you don't have to hold your phone the entire time.
Well, so again, the main thing, the main use case here will be if we take pictures or we do things where we want to upload them and share them on social media, have something like a bigger screen to work on or send emails to people or do something while we're on the go. That would kind of be the primary use case. Now, we will absolutely be texting. We will be on Wi-Fi where appropriate, on our phones and doing all that other stuff. Like, that's not going to change, right?
Yeah.
But I can't quite get there because
I don't think it's worth it.
Because like I would like to get the iPad. I would like to get the keyboard case, right? And maybe a pencil and all that other stuff. And now here we are, $1,200 later at least.
Yes, they're expensive. Yeah.
And it's like, do I need it?
I don't think you do.
I don't think I want to bring my laptop.
Okay. Yeah, just bring your phone. You can do everything on your phone. Phones are amazing.
I really can.
Phones are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you talked me out of it.
Yeah. Don't do it. I mean, I'm not one to ever tell someone not to buy an Apple product, but I know.
It's weird for us, right?
Yeah, I don't think you need it
because I gave my dad my iPad mini because I just wasn't using it. I just wasn't using it, and he needed an iPad for something, so I just gave it to him. I wiped it. He signed in with his Apple ID, and he's off to the races, right?
Yeah,
and I haven't missed it. And quite frankly, now that I have the Mac Mini on my desk, I don't really necessarily even boot up my laptop that much. I still do. Don't get me wrong. I still use my laptop from time to time. But like when I'm just like paying bills or sending emails or doing stuff, I just hit the input on my monitor, pull up my Magic Keyboard, Magic Mouse, and I'm just jamming away right here on my Mac Mini. That thing is so fucking good. I love my Mac Mini so much. But continuing this thread, have you heard of travel routers?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I do get it. I do understand the idea that, you get it in there, you hook it up to the hotel Wi-Fi, and then it broadcasts its own Wi-Fi and everything just automatically connects and stuff. But I don't know. Like, it's me and networking shit. I don't like it. I just want it to work. That feels too fiddly for me.
Okay, but here's the rebuttal.
Okay.
So we are going to be on an airplane where we will have free Wi-Fi. We will be in hotels where we have Wi-Fi. We will be on trains where we have Wi-Fi. My wife is technologically savvy. I have conditioned her. She's good.
Okay.
and I'm not trying to be negative about that. Like, she's good. Like, I've taught her so much. I really have. I'm so proud of her. She does so good. But I know, like, a captive internet portal is going to fuck her up in every hotel we go to, or on the airplane, or on a train.
That's it. You connect to the Wi-Fi. You say you agree. You're past it. You're done. I don't know.
So the thought here is that, first of all, there's one in particular that I'm looking at. Here, I'll just put it in the chat.
Okay.
What is this website? Oh my God. So I've been doing research.
Okay.
And I found this. This is the one that everybody seems to like really cream their pants about.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen this one before. Yeah. For some reason, when I see this, the router looks like a little robot going, "Yay!"
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, so imagine a case where you didn't have to deal with captive internet portals. You basically program this little router, similar to how you program a router in your house. And that's what your phone or your devices keep connecting to. So no matter where we go, no matter what hotel we're going to be in our stay, no matter what airplane we're on, no matter what train we're on, we literally just bust this little boy out. And it's an access point through which we connect to the internet. So instead of everybody's phone having to accept the terms and condition and put in your crappy email so you get spam and whoever knows what else, this thing does that. And this is what you connect to. Now, there's another interesting feature about this, though.
So we got cellular. Ooh.
Okay. So yes, there is the option to add a SIM card.
Okay.
There's also some built-in VPN services. I believe my Ubiquity service is one of them.
Okay.
So when we're at the hotel or we're out and about and we're on public Wi-Fi, we can take advantage of things like VPN without me having, again, to tell her, like, oh, remind yourself to flip on the VPN switch when you get back to the hotel. Like, no, I'm not going to make her do that. No. Like, it's not just a peace of mind, quality of life thing for me. I just think it's going to make everybody's experience better. Now, I could be totally wrong, because what's the alternative, Paul? What are the two alternatives?
Two alternatives? I think the alternative is just connect to the goddamn Wi-Fi
where appropriate.
Yeah. Or just use your cellular connection.
All right, so let's talk about the cellular connection. So I'm an AT&T boy.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna have to turn on the I'm leaving the country option, the package.
Data roaming. Yep.
Yeah.
So the thing that gets you when you're traveling, and you're not subject to this in the Canada or Mexico, but if you ever go overseas or you go on a cruise ship or you go somewhere, this is how people end up with like ridiculous phone bills, because data roaming is really, really fucking expensive. Texting and cellular calls actually aren't that bad if you're on their network. It's the data roaming that gets you. Yeah. And I have had like nightmares about this, because this isn't my first time traveling overseas. Like, I've done this before. Now, AT&T used to offer a thing where you could basically buy a package and it would give you a certain amount of data to consume on an international network. And then after that, it just cut you off. Like, if you were trying to use it, it just cut you off because you were over quota.
Okay.
But they have since gotten rid of that. So what they have now is they have two options for you. The first one is you can add what's called an international day pass. And what this is you pay a $12 per day fee.
Oof.
$12 per day. And for all intent and purpose, it's your phone. It's your data plan. It's your phone. Nothing changes. There's no additional overages. Whatever your plan is your plan.
Okay. I guess, for traveling, I guess it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
Until
uh-oh.
You add an additional $6 per line. So now you're at $18 a day.
Okay.
For me and the wife to do this.
Now
we're going to be gone for 8 days.
Yeah.
So is $150 worth it to have that?
Well, I mean, you're not going to be like you're going to be out and about, right? Like you're going to want to
We
be
are,
texted. Yeah. So I think
but again,
but
this goes back to the other alternative.
so are you going to put a cellular thing in this and then connect it to a battery pack and keep it in your pocket all
No,
day?
no, 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 no. That is so far down on option
Okay.
three's
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Because I mean, I'd be in the same boat, right? Like I could probably buy a SIM card over there and plug it
Yeah.
into that, right?
True. Yeah.
And I guess I could probably find a provider that would cover me in the 3 countries I'm in, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, a lot of places you go have Wi-Fi. Like if you go to a restaurant, the Wi-Fi details are on the menu. If you go to a tourist spot, the Wi-Fi information's like at the gate. Like everywhere has Wi-Fi. So like you can hop on Wi-Fi everywhere. But it's kind of the same thing. And I'm not carrying my Wi-Fi router with me everywhere, right? So like I'm torn. When we're in hotels and planes and trains, does it make sense to have a wireless router? Probably. If we're out and about having dinner after a day of sightseeing and we want to like post to Instagram to show everybody like proof of life, we could probably hop on like the restaurant Wi-Fi. No problem.
Okay.
Right. But we're also toying with the idea of doing the whatever it is, AT&T's thing. Now, AT&T also has Business Passport, which is a flat rate of $110 per month for everything. So I wonder if I could just pay the $110 per month, which would be cheaper than doing the $18 a day thing, and then just not worrying about it and never having to go on Wi-Fi except just to have faster speed.
Yeah, yeah.
But I am kind of intrigued by this wireless router.
Well, you're not buying an iPad, so this is practically free compared to an iPad.
Oh man, you're making so much sense. You're making so much sense right now, dog.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Now, if I did buy it, would I get extra mileage out of it? Probably. I mean, I travel enough for work now
yeah,
that it might make my life a little easier. I just need to dig in a little bit more on like some of the VPN connectivity and things, but it's got pretty good reviews. I mean, I think it'd be a cool little thing to have and try, and being able to create like your own little hotspot wherever you want.
And
I don't know.
It looks like a robot going, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. Like our trip's coming up, and these are like kind of the last minute things that we're trying to really nail down before we go. So
okay.
I don't know. So yeah, I mean, Mandy's freaked out about like, well, how many chargers do we need? And I'm like, we really don't need that many. Like you need one for your phone.
And spoiler alert, if something happens to your charger, you can buy one anywhere.
Well, everywhere we're going, it'll regulate voltage.
Yeah.
All we really need is a plug adapter. Yeah, we don't need an adapter that steps up or steps down. We're bringing nothing with us that would be impacted by that, right? Yeah. Electric razors, hair dryers, things like that. Like that's a different story. But like our phone chargers, my Anchor charger, if I do bring my computer or whatever, that's all good. Like those adapters handle the voltage changes. All we really need is just to make sure we have the right plug adapter that goes on the end of the existing plug. That's really all we need. Where I will say that things get a little bit dicey is a lot of the plugs overseas are recessed. So you need to make sure you have an adapter, first of all, that fits in the recess slot. And then you also have enough space to like plug in your thing. And like realistically, here's what I think we need. I think we need 2 plug adapters that support, and like I can buy a set of them on Amazon for like $14. Like you get a whole little bag full of plugs.
And you just clip the plug onto the
thing.
Yeah.
We each need one of those bags because she's gonna want one for her phone and her watch. And I could just charge mine off my power brick and then charge the power brick when we're out and about during the day. That's really all we need. I'm so not worried about that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's coming up, man. We're excited.
Yeah, you should be.
Well, I've talked for enough. Now,
Okay.
this next topic, I also have questions.
Okay.
But I'm going to let you take over for a while.
Okay, so I got my hands on a Switch 2.
Hooray!
Yeah. Now, first thing I'd like to say is, hey Target, fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you, Target.
I'm here for the Target hate. What happened?
So Target absolutely botched their shipping of the Switch 2.
So I want to jump in here real quick and mention that friend of the show Jenna reached out to me in a panic because she forgot to pre-order and she was scrambling to try to find one. And I don't know what your Target experience was, but she was able to like buy one from Target and then they just canceled her order.
I could have done that. I could have tried doing that. I just let go and let what happened, but they didn't. Most places shipped it out because the official launch date was Thursday, June 5th.
Yep.
Most places sent it out the night before, overnight, so everybody got it. My Target didn't even ship until Thursday evening.
Ooh.
I got it today.
You got it today?
Today.
Wow.
So I've only had it today. And so these are just, this is not a review. This is just my initial, my impressions for like, one afternoon and a little bit of the evening playing on the Switch 2.
Okay.
The actual device, the handheld, not the dock mode, I'm holding the Switch and I'm playing it in handheld mode. It does feel way more premium than the original Switch.
Okay.
The screen is nice. It is made out of a nice plastic. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels good. The Joy-Cons with their magnetic like attachment, they feel great. They're not loose. They don't jiggle. They feel so good. I haven't used my original Switch in handheld mode very much, and I imagine this has the same problem. It's flat. It is absolutely flat. It's just a flat piece of plastic.
Sure is.
And turns out that's not comfortable to hold at all. At all. And the fact that it's like bigger just makes it like, and it's so thin. The about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours that I played it in handheld mode, my hands hurt.
Ooh, okay.
It is not, at least for my hands and how I'm gripping it, I do not find it comfortable. I might have to find some like third party grips to add like a little bit of something for my hands, my meaty hands to grip onto. But like the screen is really nice. It is, it's how old the original Switch came out, what, like 30 years ago? When did the original
Switch all for one? I don't know.
2017. So it's nicer, it's faster. The UI is just a little bit more polished. The eShop for buying stuff is faster. I had a really good setup experience. I basically went to my old Switch and just said like, hey, Nintendo, just take everything that's on this Switch and put it on my new one. And that's exactly what it did. It worked flawlessly. The downloads were, I know some people were having issues with like sign-ins and stuff on launch day. Since I didn't have mine till Saturday, didn't have any of that problem. In dock mode, it works good. I mean, no complaints. Everything, it's just a Switch but better. I played the new Mario Kart World. If you liked Mario Kart 8 and you're like, I want more of this. I want bigger tracks and I want more drivers.
Is it basically Mario Forza Horizon?
No.
Okay.
Okay. No. So like the free roam open world mode is so boring.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hot take.
I don't think it is a hot take. Everyone's kind of just complained about this. Like when you play Forza, right? There are just like there are they take this huge world with all kinds of roads and they break those roads up differently in different weather conditions. So you're always within like, like half an in-game mile of something you have never done before. That's a
Yeah.
full-on race. This is just an empty wasteland with some roads in it, and those roads have cards. And every once in a while, you'll see a like P block, right? Those little P switches.
Yeah.
And you can hit those, and there's a challenge. That challenge is about like 45 seconds, maybe a minute tops. And they are so spread out that like you're sitting there, you kind of look around like, oh, I'm looking for something to do. I don't see anything. I'm just going to quit this mode and go race. So I know it's a big gimmick that they're trying to do, and I guess it's got collectibles and stickers I can do, but man, it's dead. There's nothing to do. It's so. I would love a Mario Kart Forza where there's hundreds of different races and things. This is not that. This is I think the open world was a gimmick that someone just kind of threw in, or maybe it's like a nephew of the lead designer's pet idea, and they just kept it in even though it's bad. I would just ignore it and just play Mario Kart. Just play Mario Kart. It's got all the things you like. It's got, it's got races. It's got battles. It's got lots of tracks. It's weapons and blue shells and stuff. It's more Mario Kart, and it's a really good Mario Kart.
So how much have you actually got to play today?
A few hours. I played some Mario Kart solo. I played a little bit with the kids. I played maybe an hour of Breath of the Wild, both docked and handheld, and I tried the GameCube emulation. So there's only 3 games right now available on the GameCube emulation. It's the GameCube F-Zero, Wind Waker, and Soul Calibur. So of course I played Soul Calibur.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah, it's flawless. It looks it's Soul Calibur on the GameCube flawlessly. You just say, I want to play this, and then you're playing it. It's great. It's really great. They did a really good job. And I hope, I have quite a few handhelds, and I know GameCube can push on the upper ends of, some of these chips. And the fact that it just runs flawlessly without having to think about it or anything, it's good. It's good. They did a good job.
That's like the one thing that I would love to try, because again, one of my favorite games of all time is Toadstool Tour Mario Golf, which was on GameCube. I love that game.
Yeah, I would love for them to come out with all those GameCube sports eras, like the soccer game Strikers, heck, even the shitty baseball game, the golf game, the tennis game. I would love all of that shit.
Have they said that they're going to, or
they haven't announced what titles, but there will be more titles coming. Like they do that for all the virtual console stuff for the original Switch, right? It launches with a handful of games, and they constantly add new ones. I don't know why it takes so long, because obviously they're just using an emulator,
right,
on these things, and just like load up the run. Does it work? Great, ship it. But yeah, I would love those GameCube, the era games. I love the GameCube. It's a great device.
It really was. I also very much enjoyed my GameCube.
Yeah. But I'm going to give the my current impression of the Switch 2. I would put it somewhere between fine and good right now. It's not great. It's just, it's exactly, it's a Switch, but more. It's more Switch. Did you like the Switch? Hey, this one's bigger and it runs better and it's faster, and it plays all the old games.
Let me ask you a question. Have you used any of the new features yet, like the mouse control or anything like that?
I haven't tried any of that. No.
Okay.
No. I wouldn't even know what game I would play. I guess I could play the Zelda game with mouse controls. I'm not a mouse boy. It makes my shoulder hurt. Uh, but I should try it. I just haven't yet. So
I got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now tonight is going to be the big test for the night is playing it in bed before I go to bed. So that's going to be the test. We'll see how that goes. So
now remind me, what accessories did you get?
That's one thing I wanted to talk about. I got the Switch with Mario Kart, and I got 2 of the new Switch 2 Pro controllers.
2 of them. I heard the new Pro controller is really good.
They are really good. They feel good in the hand. The thumbsticks are buttery smooth. It's actually made of like the same material that like the Switch is, so it's kind of like that soft touch plastic. So it doesn't feel cheap. It feels premium. The buttons are really good, and it's a really quiet controller. It's not clicky at all. But the keys also don't feel mushy. The buttons don't feel mushy. So it's really good, and a big step up. Thank you, Nintendo. They put a headphone jack on the controller. Thank you. Thank you. Because sometimes I don't want to have my speakers on. I just want to put my headphones on and play my video game on my couch. And I'm glad they added that. It's a nice addition. Yeah. Now I just need the controllers are just sitting on a shelf with cables plugged into them like an animal. I need some sort of fancy bespoke Switch 2 Pro controller charging dock, but that doesn't exist yet. So come on, third parties, get with it.
I mean, it's got to be coming, right?
I would imagine so. And also, like things like there's a lot of like cases, and like cases both like put the handheld in it, or like cases like hard cases to put on it to protect it. Lots of like screen protectors, but there's no like rubber grips for the Joy-Cons that give them a little bit of shape yet. There's no like charging solutions. So I did play a little bit like the Joy-Cons detach, and they're just Joy-Cons but bigger. That's all. I feel like people are like, they're so much better. Nah, they're the same. They're bigger. They're bigger. They're bigger. They're Joy-Cons. You know what Joy-Cons are? Yeah, it's like, would you want to play a racing game holding a Joy-Con sideways? No, nobody does. It's awful. Can you do it? Yes. Would you much rather have a Pro controller? Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, so you have Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
And what other game did you buy?
I haven't bought any other games.
That's what I thought.
Since I do have the Nintendo Switch Online with the expensive ones, I got the Switch 2 upgrades for the Zelda games for quote unquote free. Otherwise, the Switch 2 upgrades are like $10 for those games. Like I said, I did launch Breath of the Wild in the Switch 2 editions, and it looks better. You definitely tell the frame rate is much higher, both docked and handheld. It looks really good. Not that game was, that game's not pushing anything graphically, but it still looked really good. Like, it was a nice looking Zelda game, and it still looks like that now. Now it's just in 4K and 60 frames a second. Yay, that's better. Yeah. Yay, good for Nintendo. Welcome to 2025. You did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what a show, huh?
Yeah, what a show.
All right, why don't we go ahead and wrap up? And I'm going to start typing up the show notes now, so what happened last week doesn't happen again.
Okay, all right. You bet. Let's do that then. You know what I'm going to say? doingtheirbest.com. You can find all the episodes, all the show notes, all the links you would ever want. And hey, thanks for listening.